Welcome back to Consciousness Explained series. This is Shiva. Today we are going to see an open secret state. It is a world history riddle novel which is in a different format than our usual stuff. Now we will see Judy's family. Judy Iser's family, they do not have any permanent place, as her family was in the turf fight between her stronger younger sisters, Christy and Isley families. They lived mostly in the west and mid-east side. As was indicated, Judy was older of the three cousin sisters, and she has an ancient line of forefathers with good manners, and has a diary in her possession that contains the secret code technique, but written in a convoluted manner passed down from her forefathers, multiple of them. She gets widowed at the time when Christie's father gets killed, and her husband Iser also dies. And from that time onwards, there is really no permanent place for them, and they get tossed around. Her characteristics: Judy is rigid, intelligent, and literal, good-looking, and has similar manners to Christie, but due to that mishap, they both become hostile. Meiji is the first born. They get displaced by Isley's family after Isley gets married, and also gets haunted by Cruci. Second one is Yuji. They are also in the similar situation, who are in the west side, haunted by Inkui constantly. And if you follow this line, this dotted line of Judy, the subsequent, the major character is Yuji Jr. And those are in the west side who are haunted and killed cruelly by the tyrant Nahi. And from Yuji Jr., two sets of people, the Amji flees to the west side into Usami's land, and they get married to Holly, Starkey, and Autumnsea in particular to have their influence. So Isji is the survivors who are supported by Amji and Usamis to resettle. However, they are surrounded by hostile neighbors of Isley's family. Now we'll quickly cover the Afri's family. Afri's family, they are a native family, and they live in a large landscape, but they are caught in between west and mid-east, between Christie and Isley's family. So their development is fairly curtailed due to that crossroad situation. The landscape is of rough climate, natural resource rich. However, no development because there is large desert area. And Afri is a early widow, hardworking, dark-skinned with native manners, unsophisticated, and she and her family lived fairly close to nature. The next family people is Afslavi, and they are basically enslaved by Kalempi. Most of them are taken to the Usami's radius landscape, and that we saw earlier in the west side. That leaves Afri's family with the child of Af Pavi. She's basically poor native people that are left depleted of natural resources after looting by enslavers. It also results in this Af Sivar. He's a violent, it's a group of children, Afri's family's children, control the left out resources from the previous generations. The last one in this line is Aparti, also very cruel. These are basically Kalempi settlers who control the native Afri's people in their landscape. They are racially discriminatory, and their control ended fairly recently, thankfully, by the native leaders like Mandela, with support from good people outside of their landscape. We'll cover the Mid-East next. Mid-East region is hot, having rough weather, and that's the homeland for these three cousin sisters. But Isley is the only one remained, and she married the the homeland person Gulfi. And it has a large desert land as well. And they also have their ancestral property buried underground, and it is inherited or bequeathed to a future descendant of Gulfi. And Isley's characteristics, she is rigid, rustic, smart, literal, good looking but veiled, and also has a diary of a secret code technique written in an obscure manner given to her by her father. She is the youngest of 3 cousin sisters, so she was ignored by her older sisters, and also has completely opposite nature to Christie. For example, if Christie writes from left to right, Isley does it from right to left. Now she gets married to Gulfi. Gulfi is a strong masculine guy, ambitious, cannot be suppressed, and he was ignored by the previous settlers in that region. And he bonds well with his people, very powerful. And Isley and Gulfi both have similar tendencies, and from start of their family, they had to defend their position, being the youngest in the overarching family, and also the hostility between Christie and Judy. The firstborn child is Calfee. He's an empire builder, and aggressive, ambitious, has constant fights with Crucy, and he also controls the possession of Isley's diary and rewrites it in a simple manner, but apparently loses its efficacy. The defends and also expands the Mideast region, controls many people from Judy's family, Meiji, drive out the leftover people from the Middle East to the west side. The next important characters, Shemus and Sunmus, they are twin brothers, and they are fairly aggressive, and they divide Isley's family into 2, and both of them control part of it. The pious child in this family is Sufi. She is a calm child, the only one who has really understood the secret code in this family line. The next important one is Mog, and he is a smart, arrogant, powerful, nomadic, and he took control of the nearby weekend Sindhu family. And Sindhu family has been attraction, and Mog relocates to Sindhu's southeast side and marries Sindhu's family people by force, and give birth and settles down in the southeast side itself. The next important character is the Crawley, one who is a precious child who inherits the ancestors' property that has a landscape with rich and rare vitamin that is required for the Capi's child Larindu that we have seen on the west side. So those 2 really creates a new generation of conflicts between Isley family and Capi's family. Now the people that control the wealth in Isley's family called Iskapi, and they are born with Crawley, and they have business relationship with Capi's people, aggravates the loyal Isley people who do not like that relationship. Now next one, Jihas, they are the one haters of Iskapi and Capi people, and also they do not like people with other manners and characteristics. They are completely similar to the Crucy and Inkui type in Isley's family. They want it their way. So they have fight with this G and also the Naras in the Sindhu family. And the next generation important one is the Istara. This is the most violent in this family, most cunning, cruel terrorists. In the name of Isley's diary, they perpetrate violence against innocents, against Capi, Globi and Sindhu families, including their own at times. Hope the story was both informational at the same time enjoyable. If you are watching this video in parts, you can find the other parts of the story and also more about secret code and its techniques at YouTube PhD Shiva channel. Your feedback and comments are welcome. If you have any specific questions, please write email, or you can join Atmarashtra Facebook group it is open for public. Thanks for watching.